I just had no choice. I'm HIV positive, I'm a gay man, and both of these things are dangerous in Russia. I was so scared. I escaped to the United States and arrived in San Francisco. Best place on this planet for gay people. After I applied for my asylum, I found a job and started exploring the country. I picked US Virgin Islands.
When he tried to board the plane back, they accused him of trying to enter the United States for the first time.
Some officer, he asked me, "What is your status in the United States?"
He told them he had an asylum case pending.
I said, "I'm a resident of California. I do have my ID, my social security number."
He pays his taxes. He's done literally everything right that a person could do in order to put himself on a path towards asylum.
You have been arrested because immigration officers believe that you are illegally in the United States.
And so they flew him to Miami, in a detention facility there, which is quite big, called Chrome.
They put handcuffs on me. Not only handcuffs, but or some bracelets or whatever what they call on my legs, around my waist. They took my phones, all my belongings. So for the next 46 days, I was a Mr. 876 Russia.
Treating a gay HIV-positive man as if they are criminal is what this government has done.
It feels like it happened to somebody else, not to me. I'm from a small town south of Urals Mountains in Russia. And I knew I'm a gay since I was a kid. My father told me you shouldn't be gay. You wouldn't be accepted here in this family as a gay man. In my school, I was assaulted. They called me names. I was sure I'm better than all of them. You know, like smile is a protective thing. Well, maybe because I don't want to make a face of, like some victim. When I turned my 17, I was diagnosed with HIV. At the time, I felt like I got what I deserve. To be so special, it means you need to give up something. Most of your life, you will give up it for being different, being a gay, being accepted yourself. I don't know why, but I decided I will live until my 25 and I will die after that. Eat this life with the biggest spoon that you can find. I moved to Moscow May 2007 to be free, to be safe, to be myself, and to be in a big city. You had a chance to dissolve in the crowd and nobody will really care, and they have no time for witch hunting gay people. All these clubs and bars are pop-ups everywhere. I was going on this HIV gay man support groups, and it was so inspiring. And just in one moment it disappeared. On Russian TV, they start talking about gay people, saying they are perverts. They kill in our country, our future, and shortly we got an anti-gay propaganda law in Russia.
The government's new law specifically mentions homosexuals and pedophiles in the same sentence.
An attempt by the government, in their words, to protect children.
Banning expression of homosexual identity and affection.
Can you be arrested under this new law? Yes, you can.
People began to lose their jobs. We began to hear about skinhead groups conducting social cleansing. The police don't care. These are things that over the course of 2 or 3 years got worse and worse.
I was hiding, trying to do everything fast in the streets.
If you are gay and positive, you do suffer a dual stigma. And so people are fearful to get access to medication because if it outs you and you lose your housing and you lose your job and your family won't speak to you, like it can be really life-ruining.
I feel myself for sure trapped. I felt I cannot do this anymore. I bought my plane ticket to San Francisco. First time in my life I'm in a place when it doesn't matter, so I can show my other sides of my life. It was magical. You're here, you can become who you want to be. You are safe, finally safe.
You are safe with me. We recognize that we are here holding someone's sacred story. Since the early days of the epidemic, I've been facilitating retreats for people that are HIV positive. I first met Denis when he'd come to a workshop.
My name is Denis Davydov, and I'm Asylum-Seeker from Russia. I came here from Moscow.
You have to file for asylum in the United States within your first year of being here, and so we filed fairly quickly on his behalf.
I got my social security number, my California ID. I started working, paying taxes.
Then I had gotten a phone call from his best friend saying he was picked up by immigration.
Denis called us from the Chrome detention facility in Florida. He was confused about how he ended up there.
I lived all my life in a not safe place because I'm a gay person, because I'm a HIV positive, and this is an unsafe spot. I found myself in a most unexpected place, being unsafe because I'm an immigrant.
You can't hear a story like that and not think immediately like, what can I do? What can I do? It was like a week from his 30th birthday or something like that.
Not a plastic bag anymore.
No. We thought, let's do birthday cards because it's important for ICE to know that that person has someone that cares about them.
One day I went to mail list and I saw 2 mail pieces for you. It's for Denis Davydov, alien number 208-245-876.
I called my mom and told her the story and she was like, that's terrible. But I'll tell the girls at bingo. Does it feel like
from your mom?
Stay incredibly you.
I wake up the next day and it says 14.
5th grade teacher had his class write cards.
And after 60.
We did it at some of the groups that I facilitate, so they started pouring in.
And after 80. And next day I wake up and it was 60 of them. I was super happy, and everybody around me, they just look at me and said, oh, that's so many people thinking about you. So you have a lot of people praying for you. Keep your head up and don't lose your faith. And the next day it was 80. Stay strong, friend, to a more beautiful future, Lilia. All those postcards, they just keep me strong enough to go through all this. I even believe that my think is not enough for that, to just describe what I'm feeling. I don't know if any words exist for describe how I'm grateful for that. I keep them under my mattress and under
Still?
No, not right now, but then at the time, you know.
While he was there, his HIV medication was interrupted. They will give you no medicine until you see a doctor that prescribes you medicine. So for several days he went without antiretroviral drugs.
started experiencing some other issues with my health.
He also developed an opportunistic infection. Whether that was because of the conditions of his confinement or because he was remarkably stressed, all of these are probably the case. I made these arguments in court. The judge seemed not to care. A man who has done everything right, who will win asylum, is being punished by a government who's compromising his health care in a way that could actually kill him. We began to file other kinds of papers, other arguments to get him out. We were contacting the press. We had members of Congress who weighed in to demand his release. This was a full court press.
An officer called my name, and he said, pack your stuff and get out. There is a tradition there. When somebody released, they came to the center of the room and started applauding. It's very touching. And they did it to me.
Oh my God, it was so sweet. He came walking out and he had this big clear plastic garbage bag that had all the cards. That was just the greatest thing, to see all those cards there and to think like that it mattered what we did.
I was so happy to see them, really, honestly. I tried to live what I call the 20-kilo rule. I believe I must be ready to put whole my life in a 20-kilo bag any moment. And I believe when I stop follow this rule, I will call the place when I stop doing this my home. I wanted this place to become my home because I love it so much, I respect it so much. I wish it will happen one day. We'll see.